So you're moving here to the Destin-Fort Walton Beach area and you're considering moving to Miramar Beach. And you're curious what areas that you want to consider living in. Well, in this video, we're going to go over the top 3 worst neighborhoods for you to live in Miramar Beach. And the last one might actually surprise you, so stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here in the Destin-Fort Walton Beach area. This is your first time to our channel. We do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about our area. Now, as a military veteran of 14 years and now a military spouse, I've moved so many places. And every time I move somewhere, there's no such a lack of information of where to move to and what to anticipate. Thus, why we created this channel for you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Now, honestly, we get tons of phone calls, emails, and texts from people that want to know what it's like to work, eat, sleep, play here in this area, and we absolutely love it. So if you are moving to this area, you got some questions, you need some help, please give us a call, text, email, heck, shoot us a little paper airplane. Whatever you need to do, we got your back when moving here to the Destin-Fort Walton Beach area. Okay, today what we're going to talk about is Miramar Beach and the 3 worst neighborhoods to move to. Now, this is all subjective depending on what you are looking for. But before we get into it, first thing that why people are moving here is it's got a great job market thanks to all the tourism that constantly comes into this area. There's tons of great jobs depending on what you're looking to do. If you're running a business, you're servicing one, or what have you, there's plenty of jobs because of that. Not only that, but there's great nightlife. There's awesome nightlife in Miramar Beach. You've got Baytown Wharf, where there's lots of restaurants and things like that. You've got Pompano Joe's down there by the beach, just south of 98. Of course, you have the Crab Trap over at Destin, and lots more. Even as a local, personally, I found myself out there multiple times. Not only that, schools in this area are really good too. They're overall rated as a B-, but if you go ahead and look on places like niche.com or something like that, you're going to find overall just really great reviews on the school systems in the Miramar Beach area. Now, this is a tourist area, so there's lots of great restaurants, and you're very close to all the stores. Like, you have the Silver Stands Premium Outlets. You've got like this the nice places like the Melting Pot, and you're not far from your grocery stores as well, which we have Winn-Dixie, Publix, and even Whole Foods right over there in Destin. And I can't not mention that if you're going to live in this area, you have the most gorgeous beaches in the world, in my personal opinion, and of course views of the Gulf as well as views of the bay, depending on what side you end up on. Okay, so aside from that, what are those worst neighborhoods that you need to be concerned about? Well, it's actually out of a list of 24, but here are the top 3. And I get these list of 24 from a website called niche.com and nextdoor.com. You'll be able to research anything further from here if we don't quite cover it. So number 1 is Mainsail. Now that's located just south of Highway 98. It's kind of starting where Scenic Gulf Drive ends, and it goes all the way over to the Sandestin Boulevard South, where the resort actually starts. This actually does have the highest crime in the area. Let me give you some perspective on the highest crime in this area. Over the entire year, there's 820 out of 100,000 people. That means in the entire year, there was 123 violent crimes and an approximate about 698 property crimes. So to give some perspective for that, in Florida, on average, we see about 2,524 per 100,000. Yeah, and in the national average across the United States, it's 2,489 out of 100,000 people. So it's incredibly minuscule. But if you had to figure out the worst one in this area, that's the one that we would have to go with. Now, the other reason this might not be the best area is the congestion. The congestion really sucks because there's not a lot of different ways to get around things, so you have to go on Highway 98. And here in the date of this video in 2021 is they're doing a ton of construction on there, and once it's done, it's going to be nice until they do more construction. Traffic will probably still be out there because tons of people visit this area all the time. So just know that. Just know that this area actually does have some of the nice private areas and residential homes in the Miramar Beach area. So if you are looking for a nice place to go, just know that these are some of the things that you'll have to go with. But again, it's all subjective. All right, the next one that we have is Ellis. And Ellis is located just south of 98 again, and it's around that Pompano's Joe's area from Highway 98 all the way down to the Gulf. If you're vacationing, this is going to be a great place, but if you're living here, maybe not. Now, the good news is that a lot of these roads connect, which means you can get around certain amounts of traffic. That's a big thing. But there is tons of tourist traffic, and it can be tough at times. We already talked about the congestion in traffic in our previous neighborhood. This one isn't too far off from it. There are a lot of vacation rentals, even for single-family homes. You have those VRBO websites, your Airbnbs, all sorts of different things where people are renting through here. So you have a lot of turnover, especially from the spring all the way to the fall. One great part about this and why so many people are staying in our short-term rentals here is it's got great access to the gorgeous Gulf right there. All the beaches throughout there, heading down to Pompano Joe's, going out to the public access. It's actually really, really nice. And there's a sweet, really awesome coffee shop down there too, if I do say so. All right, number 3, which may be a surprise to you, is Destin Resort, which is considered Destin, which is still part of the Miramar Beach area. Now, this is just north of Highway 98. Technically, it's north and south, but the area that I'm talking about is the area north of 98. And if you Google in on like a Google Maps, you're going to see that it's next to Horseshoe Bay. We're talking about that area up there. It's bad, only if it's not what you're looking for. Again, this is all subjective. Baytown, Destin are some awesome destination spots. So if you like that resort feel on your vacation where everything's included, well, pretty much everything, this is a great place to be, especially if you're vacationing. But may not be the community for you to live consistently because of a few reasons. If you are one of those people that don't like the HOA people being in your business, this is definitely not a place to live. The HOA restrictions, there's multiple different HOAs that you're paying for when you own a property in here, depending on if you have if you're staying in the hotel condo-ish area, or if you have a single family home, or in different neighborhoods, they have their own different HOAs. Filling out this is a real estate thing, but filling out certain disclosures, there's so many in there that we have to add them in different areas just for us to disclose them all. Because of that, the HOA is a little rough. And, well, we won't get into that part. There are lots of vacationers throughout here, as to be expected, which means there's constant change of people. Now, you may find some people that will stay there consistently for a long time, make friends, what have you, but just know that there's lots of turnover. If that doesn't bother you, then this will be perfect. Now, if you're looking for something that's a little bit more relaxed and you don't have to worry about that, this again may not be the place for you. There's lots of nightlife going on all the time. They also, down at the Baytown Wharf, have different events like tacos and tequilas, one of my favorites. They have, of course, the Brew Fest that goes down there, and tons of more things. Now, this is great if you're very active and you want to go out and experience these, and it's right down the way. However, if you liked a little bit more relaxed atmosphere, this may not be necessarily for you. However, this could be your number one spot, but subjectively, Destin Resort may not be the perfect residence for you to stay year-round. But either way, it's going to depend on what you're ideally looking for. The Miramar Beach area, you're going to pay for what you get. And it's one of the more expensive areas that we cover, other than, of course, moving down to 38. So this area is ideal for all the things that we had mentioned before. And in this guy's personal opinion, your best bet to get good price and good access to everything is to be on the north side. And to be on the north side of 98 and kind of behind where all the built up areas are. So with that being said, those are the 3 worst neighborhoods in Miramar Beach, Florida. If you have any questions about anything we had mentioned here, please go ahead, leave it here in the comments below. And if you have any other neighborhoods that you wanted to mention here out of the 24, rather the other 21 that we didn't mention, and you want to put a shout out in there for being the worst neighborhood, go ahead and leave it here in the comments below, or leave something positive. I'd like that a lot better. And if you are moving to this area, you got some questions, need some help, you need some help purchasing your condo or your house, give myself a call, give my team a call. You can call us, text, find us on social media, shoot us an email, whatever you got to do, we got your back when moving here to this area. But again, I'm Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with eXp Realty. We'll see you in our next video. Take care.